The alien prison ship moved slowly through dark space. No stars were close. No planets gave light. This place was chosen on purpose. No one would hear screams here. Inside the ship, deep below the metal walls, a single human girl was chained to the floor. Her name was Mara. She was young. Her body was small compared to the creatures around her. Her arms and legs were locked with heavy black chains that glowed with alien energy. She had already been tortured for many hours. Her clothes were torn. Her skin was cut and burned. Dried blood covered her face and hands. Her breathing was weak, slow, and painful. Around her stood 5 aliens. They were tall and thin, with gray skin and long arms. Their eyes were dark and cold. They were soldiers of a powerful alien empire. An empire that ruled many worlds. One of them stepped forward. "Human," the alien said in a sharp voice. "You are still alive. That is interesting." Mara lifted her head a little. Her eyes were half closed. She could barely see them. Pain filled her body like fire. She said nothing. The alien became angry. "Humans are weak," he said. "But you refuse to beg. Why?" He gave a signal. Pain rushed through Mara's body again. Her back arched. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. Her voice was already gone. The aliens watched closely. They wanted answers. Humans had appeared in the galaxy only a few years ago. They were small. They had no great weapons, no powerful shields. Yet humans fought back. They did not surrender easily. That made the aliens curious. And curiosity made them cruel. Hours passed. Pain followed pain. Mara's body shook again and again. Her mind tried to escape, but it could not. Still, she did not beg. Still, she did not speak. One alien leaned closer and looked into her eyes. "You are dying," he said calmly. "Your heart is failing. Your brain is breaking. Just speak. Tell us why humans resist." Mara slowly lifted her head. Her lips moved. The aliens leaned in, listening. With great effort, she whispered only 2 words. "We endure." The alien stepped back. He laughed. "Endure," he said. "You are nothing." He raised his hand. This time, the pain was worse than before. Mara's body could not take it. Her eyes went wide. Her chest stopped moving. The machines around her gave a long, flat sound. One of the aliens checked the readings. "No heartbeat," he said. "No brain activity." Another alien nodded. "The human is dead." They removed the chains. Mara's body fell to the cold metal floor. The aliens turned away. They recorded the result and sent it to their leaders. "Human subject terminated," the report said. "Humans are fragile." The room became quiet. Only the soft hum of the ship remained. Minutes passed. 10 minutes. 20 minutes. The aliens prepared to leave the sector. Then, exactly 37 minutes after Mara's death, the lights flickered. An alarm screamed. Red symbols flashed across the walls. "What is happening?" one alien shouted. The ship shook. Systems failed one by one. Power dropped in the lower levels. The aliens rushed back into the torture chamber. They froze. Mara's body was moving. Her fingers twitched. Her chest rose. The machines came back to life. A heartbeat appeared. Slow. Strong. Impossible. One alien stepped back in fear. "This cannot be," he said. Mara's eyes opened. They were no longer filled with pain. They were calm, cold, aware. Her wounds began to close. Broken bones fixed themselves. Blood vanished from her skin. She stood up. The aliens tried to raise their weapons. None of them worked. Doors locked shut. The ship's systems no longer obeyed alien commands. Inside Mara's chest, something activated. A small hidden device began to glow. A signal burst through space. Far away. Toward Earth. A simple message traveled faster than light. Human tortured. Human killed. Human revived. Hostile aliens confirmed. Mara looked at the terrified aliens. She spoke clearly now. "You wanted to know why humans endure," she said. Her voice was steady. "You are about to learn." And far across the stars, Humanity received the signal. The alien soldiers backed away slowly. Fear filled the room. They had killed the human. They were sure of it. The machines had confirmed death. The records were clear. Yet she was standing. Mara looked at her hands. The chains that once held her were broken and useless on the floor. Her skin was clean now. No wounds. No blood. No pain. She felt strong. The alien commander raised his voice. "Fire!" he shouted. The soldiers pulled their weapons. Nothing happened. The weapons made weak clicking sounds and went silent. The commander slammed his hand against the control panel on the wall. "No response," one alien said in panic. "The ship is not obeying us." Mara tilted her head slightly. She did not rush them. She did not attack. She only watched. Inside her chest, the hidden human device continued to glow. It was never meant to be used. It was a final answer to death itself. Humans called it the return protocol. The aliens did not know this. They only knew something had gone very wrong. One soldier ran for the door. It did not open. Another tried to activate the emergency field. Nothing. Mara took a single step forward. The metal floor cracked under her foot. The aliens froze. "You broke," one alien whispered. "You should be dead." Mara looked at him. "You were wrong," she said. She raised her hand. The air around the alien twisted. His body lifted off the ground and slammed into the wall. The others screamed. This was not human strength. This was something else. Something new. Mara closed her eyes for a moment. Memories flooded her mind. The pain. The questions. The laughter. Her heart did not race. She did not feel hate. She felt clarity. The aliens who tortured her were not monsters. They were careless. That made them dangerous. And that made them a threat. Alarms echoed through the ship. More alien soldiers rushed through the halls. They saw Mara standing among broken equipment and terrified officers. "She is the human," one shouted. "Kill her!" Weapons fired. Energy beams filled the room. They stopped in midair, then dropped to the floor like dead light. Mara walked forward. Each step shut down more systems. Doors locked behind her. Lights went dark. The ship was slowly becoming blind. Far away, beyond the prison ship, space shifted. A signal reached the outer edge of human space. On Earth, it was early morning. Cities were waking up. Ships were landing. People were living normal lives. Then the alert sounded. It was not loud. It was not dramatic. It was silent. Every screen turned black. One message appeared. Human command centers froze. Scientists stared. Soldiers stopped breathing. The message was short, clear. Human tortured. Human killed. Human revived. Hostile alien species confirmed. No one spoke for several seconds. Then the highest human authority gave one order. "Wake the fleets." Across Earth and its colonies, engines came alive. Ships that had never been used powered up. Weapons that had never fired were armed. This was not anger. This was decision. Back on the alien ship, chaos ruled. Mara moved through the halls. Aliens tried to run. The ship did not let them. Life support failed in certain sections. Gravity shifted. Fear spread faster than fire. An alien scientist watched Mara from behind a glass wall. "She is not human anymore," he whispered. "She crossed death." Mara stopped outside the main control room. Inside were the leaders who ordered her torture. They tried to send a message. The signal would not leave the ship. Mara entered the room. The leaders fell to their knees. "Please," one said. "We did not know." Mara looked at them. "You knew," she replied. "You just did not care." She touched the control panel. The ship changed course. It turned toward the alien capital world. The leaders screamed. "What are you doing?" Mara answered calmly. "Returning." Behind her, the stars shifted. Ahead of her, the alien empire waited. And far behind her, human ships broke lightspeed limit. They were coming. Not to save her, but to answer. The alien prison ship moved toward its capital world. No alarms were sent ahead. No warnings were given. The alien leaders inside the ship argued in panic. They tried to take back control. They failed every time. Mara stood alone on the bridge. She watched the stars slide past the main window. Her face was calm, but her mind was busy. She could feel the ship. Every system. Every power line. Every weakness. This was not something she learned. It was something she understood. The alien captain gathered his courage and stepped forward. "You are only one human," he said. "Our empire is endless." Mara did not turn. "One human was enough to wake us," she said. Behind the ship, space twisted. Human warships dropped out of faster-than-light travel. First one, then 10, then hundreds. They formed perfect lines without a single word spoken. The alien sensors finally detected them. Panic spread across the bridge. "They are here," an officer shouted. The alien capital world came into view. A massive planet covered in shining cities and orbital defenses. It had never been attacked. It had never needed to be. Human ships did not slow down. They did not send threats. They did not demand surrender. They simply moved forward. The alien defense cannons fired. Human shields absorbed the attacks. Human weapons responded. One shot. One defense platform vanished. Another shot. Another platform died. Alien commanders screamed orders. Their fleets launched in chaos. Human ships stayed silent. They moved like one mind. Mara closed her eyes. She felt a connection open. A human voice filled the bridge. "Mara," the voice said gently. She opened her eyes. "Yes," she answered. "You did not die in vain," the commander said. "We are here." The alien leaders listened in terror. "This is war," one cried. The human voice answered calmly. "No," it said. "This is an answer." Human ships entered the planet's orbit. Alien fleets rushed to meet them. They were destroyed in minutes. Not because humans were stronger. Because humans were ready. The alien empire had never faced a species that learned so fast. Their weapons were studied. Their tactics predicted. Their fear understood. Mara watched the planet below. She remembered the room where she died. The cold floor. The silence after her heart stopped. She felt no anger now. Only purpose. Human landing ships descended. They did not bomb cities. They did not attack civilians. They went straight for military centers. Command towers fell. Weapon factories shut down. Communication networks collapsed. Alien soldiers laid down their weapons. They had never seen mercy before. Human soldiers showed it without words. On the surface, an alien general was captured. He was brought before a human commander. "Why?" the alien demanded. "Why not destroy us?" The commander replied simply. "We are not you." Above the planet, Mara felt her strength begin to fade. The return protocol was ending. It was never meant to last forever. Her body trembled. The human commander spoke again. "Mara, we are preparing extraction." She smiled faintly. "Good," she said. "I am tired." A small human ship docked with the alien vessel. Human soldiers entered the bridge. They stopped when they saw Mara. Some recognized her from the recordings. The girl who died. The girl who came back. They lowered their weapons in respect. A medic stepped forward. "You're safe now," he said. Mara nodded. As she walked toward the ship, the alien leaders watched in silence. They finally understood. Humans did not rule by fear. They ruled by choice. The human ship pulled away. Below, the alien capital world burned, not with fire but with change. The empire was finished. And across the galaxy, other species were listening. They were learning a new rule. Never touch a human. Because even death would not stop them. The alien empire did not fall in one day. But after the battle at the capital world, it began to collapse very fast. Across nearby systems, alien commanders watched the same reports again and again. Human ships appearing without warning. Alien fleets destroyed in minutes. Military stations shut down, not destroyed. This confused them. Humans did not act like conquerors. They acted like judges. Mara was taken to a human medical ship. She lay on a white bed surrounded by quiet machines. Doctors worked carefully. They spoke in low voices. The return protocol pushed her beyond safe limits, one said. She should not be alive. Another replied, but she is. Mara slept. While she slept, the galaxy changed. Human fleets moved from system to system. They did not attack worlds that surrendered. They only destroyed weapons. Alien soldiers who fought were defeated. Alien soldiers who dropped their weapons were spared. This was new. Fear spread faster than war ever could. An alien governor on a border world watched human ships arrive in orbit. He ordered his forces to stand down. "We surrender," he said. "Do not come closer." The human reply was short. "Understood." No cities burned. No screams followed. The governor realized something terrifying. Humans could end him. But they chose not to. That choice broke the Empire more than destruction ever could. On the medical ship, Mara woke slowly. Light filled her vision. Her body felt heavy, weak. Human doctors noticed her eyes open. "She's awake," someone said. A woman in a command uniform stepped closer. "My name is Commander Hale," she said gently. "You are safe." Mara tried to speak. Her throat was dry. "What happened?" she asked. Hale answered honestly. "You changed everything." Mara closed her eyes. She remembered the torture room, the cold floor, the moment she died. "Did they pay?" she asked quietly. Hale paused. "They lost their empire," she said. Mara did not smile. She did not feel victory. Only relief. Elsewhere, the alien High Council met in secret. Their empire was breaking apart. Worlds were leaving. Fleets were refusing orders. One council member spoke in fear. "We must strike Earth. End this." Another shook his head. "No. If we do, they will erase us." They all remembered the recordings. The human girl who died. The human fleets that followed. They voted. For the first time in their history. They voted to surrender. A message was sent to human command. "We admit wrongdoing. We accept punishment. We request mercy." Human leaders met in silence. Some were angry. Some wanted revenge. But the recordings of Mara's torture were played again. And then the recordings of human soldiers helping alien civilians. A decision was made. The human reply was sent. "Disarm completely. Release all prisoners. Accept monitoring. No further aggression." The alien empire agreed. Just like that, centuries of rule ended. Mara watched the news from her bed. She saw alien ships powering down. Weapons being dismantled. Prison camps opening. She saw humans helping former enemies rebuild. A nurse asked her softly, "How do you feel?" Mara thought for a moment. "I feel human again," she said. The return protocol was gone. She was no longer connected to ships or systems. She was just a girl. But the galaxy would never forget her. Human soldiers began calling her the one who returned. Aliens called her the death that spoke. Mara did not want titles. She wanted peace. One day, Commander Hale returned with a tablet. "There is something you should see," she said. It was a message sent across the galaxy. A broadcast. Not a threat. A warning. Humanity does not seek war. We do not enjoy pain. But we do not break. Harm one of us, and all of us will answer. Mara looked at the stars outside the window. Somewhere out there, species were listening, learning, remembering. The empire that tortured her was gone. Not because of her power, but because of what humans chose to be. And the galaxy would never make the same mistake again. The war was over, but the galaxy was still quiet. Too quiet. Across many worlds, alien leaders watched human ships patrol their space. They did not fire. They did not threaten. They simply stayed. That alone was frightening. Mara was allowed to walk again. Slowly at first. Her body was weak, but it healed every day. She spent time looking through the large windows of the medical station. Stars drifted past, silent and endless. Commander Hale often visited her. One day, Hale said, "The aliens want to understand us." Mara looked at her. "Why now?" Hale answered, "Because fear failed them. Human leaders decided to speak to the galaxy. Not with weapons, with truth. A council was formed on a neutral station. Aliens from many species arrived. Some were curious, some were afraid, some were angry. They all remembered the human girl who died and returned. Mara was not forced to attend. She chose to go. She walked into the council chamber quietly. When the aliens saw her, the room went silent. She looked normal, small, human. That made it worse. An alien elder finally spoke. "Why did you come back from death?" he asked. Mara thought carefully. "I didn't," she said. "Humanity did." Screens activated around the room. Human history appeared. War, disease, disaster. World after world burned. Human cities destroyed and rebuilt. Millions died. Billions suffered. The humans did not hide it. A human speaker explained calmly. "We come from a world that tried to kill us," he said. "Gravity, storms, hunger, and war shaped us." The images continued. Humans fighting each other, then stopping, then fighting together. "We learned early," the speaker continued, "that survival is not strength alone." Mara watched the aliens' faces. Fear, shock, understanding. "We survive because we adapt," the speaker said. "And when one of us falls, others rise." An alien general stood up. "You let one of your own be tortured," he accused. "Why?" Mara answered before anyone else. "I volunteered." The room gasped. "I knew the risk," she said. "I believed you would reveal yourselves." She met their eyes. "And you did." Silence filled the chamber. The human speaker continued. "You mistook our restraint for weakness," he said. "We are not gentle because we are soft. We are gentle because we choose to be." The aliens finally understood. Humans were not peaceful by nature. They were peaceful by decision. That was far more dangerous. After the council, Mara returned to Earth. She was welcomed quietly. No crowds. No celebrations. She did not want them. She visited a small hill outside a city. The wind was soft. The sky was blue. She sat and breathed. She was alive. Human leaders kept their promise. They did not rule the galaxy. They watched it. Alien prisons were destroyed. Slave systems were ended. Not by force. By pressure. By example. Other species began to copy humans. They learned restraint. They learned mercy. They learned fear of crossing a line. One evening, Commander Hale visited Mara again. "The galaxy is changing," Hale said. "They will remember this moment." Mara nodded. "I hope they remember why," she replied. Hale asked, "Do you regret it?" Mara looked at the stars. She remembered the pain, the darkness, the silence after death. "No," she said. "I regret that it was necessary." Far away, alien children learned a new lesson in school. Do not test humans. Not because they are cruel, but because they endure. And when pushed beyond death itself, they answer. The galaxy did not forget. It could not. Too many systems had watched the same event unfold. A single human tortured. A single human killed. A single human returned. And then humanity arrived. Years passed. Trade routes reopened. Borders stabilized. Former empires stayed quiet. Not because humans ruled them, but because everyone remembered the line that must never be crossed. Mara lived a quiet life on Earth. She refused medals. She refused titles. She refused power. To the galaxy, she was a symbol. To herself, she was just human. Sometimes she woke at night, remembering the cold floor of the prison ship. The moment when her heart stopped. The silence that followed. Death had been empty. No light. No sound. No fear. And then return. Human scientists studied the return protocol carefully. They never used it again. Not because it failed, but because it worked too well. It was not meant to create weapons. It was meant to send a message. Humanity had sent it. Across the stars, alien governments changed their laws. Torture was banned. Prisoners were protected. Human space was marked with warnings. Some alien leaders called humans dangerous. Others called them necessary. One thing was certain. No one called them weak again. A final council was held years later. This time, humans were invited as equals. An alien representative asked a question many had wondered for a long time. "Why did you stop?" the alien asked. "You could have taken everything." A human leader answered calmly. "Because that is not who we are." The alien pressed further. "But you could." The human nodded. "Yes," he said. "That is why we don't." Mara watched the broadcast from her home. She smiled softly. The message was finally understood. Strength was not shown by destruction. It was shown by restraint. Near the edge of known space, a small alien ship discovered an old wreck. It was the remains of the prison ship where Mara died. The wreck floated silent and broken. A warning beacon still worked. It played one recorded message on repeat. A human voice. Calm. Clear. "Harm one of us, and all of us will answer." The alien crew powered down their weapons and left. On Earth, the sun set slowly. Mara stood outside, feeling the wind. She was alive. Humanity was watching. And the galaxy was learning. For the first time in history, peace existed not because of fear alone, but because everyone understood one truth. Humanity does not seek war. Humanity does not enjoy pain. But humanity does not stay dead. And that was enough.